the channel, it's a video 5 years in the making. It's the 5-year anniversary super show full of giveaways, major announcements, special guests, and a lot of fun.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. That has been the battle cry for the last 5 years on this very YouTube channel. Today, we are celebrating 5 years of being on YouTube. I can't believe it's been 5 years of this YouTube channel. Of course, that has spun off to other things, books, as you guys do know about. Of course, my other YouTube channel, Kyle Peterson 2.0, cheap plug for that. 5 years deep in YouTube as of March 2025. And as I said, I cannot believe where does the time go. It has been a wild ride over here on YouTube. And in all honesty, I wouldn't even be on YouTube if it wasn't for a good friend of the channel, David C. Anderson. I'll tell the story a little bit here about my start on YouTube, as I had no desire, no plans to ever do a YouTube channel. I did about 5-6 years ago, what is time, as we always say, did come across a wiry David C. Anderson. And he said to me, Kyle, you should do a video on your collection. You got a massive collection. You should show everybody. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do just that. We filmed a collection tour, walked through my whole collection 5 years ago, if you can believe that. And we've done many updated collectors tours over the years. So make sure you're checking those out. It's fun to see how the collection grows, the ebbs and flows of collecting, of course. But it is one of those things where, okay, I'm going to do a video. I'll do it. It's going to be one and done. That's it. But then things exploded. I put that video out. The video caught fire. All these people started subscribing, which was crazy. I never even thought that was a possibility. Didn't even think about it, really. All these people started subscribing. Maybe you were one of them out there. And shout out to the ones that have been here from the get-go. Shout out to the ones that just joined today. Appreciate everybody. And we'll get more into that as well. But I put the video up there and it caught fire. And then in the comments, when are you going to do more videos? What's the next video? When's the next video? And I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe people would be interested. It still blows my mind because it's just one man's opinion. That's one thing. People sometimes will get worked up on some of my videos and stuff. It's just my opinion. If you love that figure, more power to you. Spend money on what you enjoy. That's what I do as well. Or I hope to enjoy. It doesn't always work out so well. We've had a lot of things break over the years, unfortunately. It's been a rough 6 months in that respect, of course, on the channel. But I did that first video. It went, I don't want to say viral, but I'm going to just, let's pretend it went viral. And it snowballed into this YouTube channel. And like every YouTuber probably says, ugh, I dread looking back at those first episodes. But you know what? Constant learning, constant improvement. Don't I say that all the time? And fact in point is that, of course, first videos I did do were pretty rough. Not quite the setup, trying to find my sea legs, I guess you could say. And we've progressed over 5 years and hopefully improved. Like I said, constant learning, constant improvement. Hopefully the videos have gotten better. I know there's a lot more content. From when I first started, it was a couple of videos a week to eventually a video a day. Where now, for the last couple of years, we've been rocking 4 videos a day. I don't know anybody else harder worker on YouTube than me. The James Brown of YouTube, really, at the end of the day. But 4 videos a day, multiple videos over to Patreon, all kinds of different stuff. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys following along for the whole adventure from the start to where we are right now. As I mentioned, we had a book out last year. That was a big, big deal. And a lot of fun stuff has happened. I've met a lot of good friends over the last 5 years because of this YouTube channel. I've seen so many cool people at shows, things like that, that have introduced themselves to me. And never be a stranger out there, is what I'd say. I hear so many people will comment on a video, oh, I saw you, I wish I would have said hi. Feel free to say hi. As long as I'm not on the phone or something like that, or in the middle of a presentation for work, come on up and let's shoot the breeze on some action figures. And it's been so cool for 5 years to get to share my passion for action figures. And I guess life in general, just getting to share my passions. I'm a very passionate person about my music, about my food, about my family, about action figures, about everything, my dogs, you name it. I always am all in. I'm always invested in whatever I do. I don't really do anything ancillary. I just go all in full bore, and I've always been that way. And I think a lot of people that have watched this channel have seen that and discovered that over the last 5 years, that maybe there's some eccentricness to me from time to time. But it has been cool for 5 years as well. We do a fig hunt every single week, sometimes more than one a week. But in there, I do a lot of slice of life stuff, my family going out to dinner, my family shopping, or whatever, my family's around there. And one really cool thing for my whole family, hopefully one day to look back at, is they can look and they can say, hey, look at this. Look at our family throughout the years. It's a little snapshot of that. Obviously, there's other stuff that's not on YouTube and things, but it's a way to look back at a moment in time week by week. That's why I always put the dates on my toy hunt so I can look back, or anybody that could look back, maybe my kids. And my kids, heck, they have grown throughout this YouTube channel. I mean, my kids were very small 5 years ago, and it's crazy. As we always say, what is time? It goes really fast. They were all over the YouTube channel at the beginning. They wanted to be there. Now we see them every once in a while. They're not hip to all this. They're just too cool for school. And I get that. I get that. One's a teenager. One feels like she was a teenager a couple years ago, but maybe she's just about to turn 10. But they've been on the channel. My wife's been on the channel. My wife's been on the channel a lot more lately. You're going to hear from Angie later on in this very video for a special announcement. That should be a fun one as well, so stay tuned to that. But there's been a lot of stuff going on, and it's cool to be able to look back, and it's cool to have kind of a little bit of a history. Don't want to sound morbid or anything like that, but I hope one day when I die, maybe it's 2 days from now, maybe it's 10 years from now, maybe it's 5 years from now, who knows? Whatever that day does come, the Reaper comes calling for all of us. I hope YouTube will still be a thing. It'll still be up. You never know, I guess, how those things go. But how cool would it be for my kids to look back with grandkids, great-grandkids, and maybe look back at some of this stuff of the channel? I think that is pretty awesome. I wish I had something like that to look back on my childhood. I don't really have a ton of pictures and videos, not a ton of stuff like the kids have a possibility to do now. And I think it would be fun to look back in the days with my grandparents, great-grandparents, my parents, things like that. My mom died many years ago, decades ago. Would be cool to see some of that stuff, just memory's sake. So I hope one day my kids appreciate that and they get to see back on the channel, see some of that stuff. And I have so much content out there. I think it'd be cool to say, hey, how about a video every single day of my dad? I'm just going to pull up a video and I'm just going to have it on in the background. It's like my dad's still there. And I wish I had that for my dad. And my dad's still alive, and he'll be here in this very video. So my dad will be here as well. But not to get all Debbie Downer or whatever you want to call it. But I just think it's a really cool piece of time and a kind of a bit of a legacy in a lot of ways. And I don't know, most people want their legacy to be a family fortune or something. I don't know. And this is my legacy. Maybe. We'll see what ends up happening there. But it's been a fun 5 years. Like I said at the top, David C. Anderson is the one who pushed me to do this. So if you enjoy the channel, we owe him a debt of gratitude or pain. I don't know. Choose your own adventure. Kick him, hug him, do whatever. David will take either of them along the way. But a lot's went down in the 5 years, of course. The collections come, collections go, added to the collection, done a lot of videos. There's been a lot going on, as I said. So I do appreciate everybody out there that's been following along, that send nice messages. There's a lot of people this whole month have been saying, hey, thanks for all the videos. Thanks for the videos. And I truly do appreciate that. And I like to think of this channel, I've explained this before, but I guess a better time than ever. Maybe there's somebody new. I like to think of this as you and me just hanging out on the couch or at the kitchen table or whatever, talking action figures, opening action figures, instead of just talking to myself and you're just taking it all in. That's what I kind of think of this as. And I've heard it before, like, why don't you get your face-off camera and just do the hands and just do the hand modeling stuff with action figures? Man, that's not for me. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do this unless it's fun. I've heard it numerous times. Kyle, you put out too much content. That limits your growth. That limits your income. This isn't my day job. This isn't my job. This isn't what pays the bills. This is stress relief. This is what I do for fun. If I can get some financial wins out of it, hey, that is great. But this is just having fun. And this should be a conversation between two friends, hanging out, shooting the breeze, doing stupid jokes. That's what this is. This isn't trying to be anything but that out there. It's just a fun way to hopefully spend a couple of minutes or maybe an hour of your day each day. And I appreciate everybody once again. I should also thank the sponsors that make this channel happen in a lot of ways. jaystoysandgames.com. So cool to be partnered up with my local toy store. They have 3 locations in my area, and now they have a massive online presence in jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. That's a big deal. Got to thank Ringside Collectibles. Jumped on way back in the day, gave me the discount code. I thought that was a really cool thing. That's where I felt like, I don't want to say I felt like I made it, but it felt very special that they'd say, hey, we'd like to give you a discount code for your followers and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. So Kyle, of course, the discount code. Shout out to John over there at Ringside. John, just salt of the earth, as we do say. Hopefully I'll see him at San Diego Comic-Con this year. DJC Collectibles. No better place in Canada to get your collectibles, but also down here in America. Deals to be had up there with Adolf DJC, of course. More on them in a bit. But very, very cool of them up there, and they get a lot of stuff early, so I always do use those as well. And I should thank the Patreon supporters. Have a lot of fun over there on the Patreon, a lot of bonus video stuff. Those are the guys that are really stepping up and being a true supporter of the channel. Everybody supports in their own way. I get it. I totally understand it, but those Patreon members want to take that extra step, and I really appreciate all they do. And I love the monthly sit-down question and answer with them and a lot of the fun conversation over there on Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon member, check it out. Check into the bottom of the description. Check out the link. Head over there. So it's been a wild 5 years, but now let's get down to it. Like I said, we got a big giveaway, of course, via Jay's Toys and Games. And of course, we got some major, major announcements that will change the history of this YouTube channel forever.
What is up, everybody? Jeff here, hot on the hunt for a 5-year anniversary. And guess what? I think I found it. It's the 5th anniversary of Kyle's channel. How cool is that, man? 5 years. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to congratulate him. We're going to talk about him, and we're going to see where it goes from there. And hopefully, it goes for another 25 years. You know, Kyle is the son of an Ecuadorian prince, so he may live to be, I don't know, 350 years old. I think that sounds about right. Fact check that, you know. Lemmy from the couch over there, he'll fact check it. But anyways, man, thank you, Kyle. Thank you for 5 amazing years of your channel. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed watching your videos and even participating in them sometimes, and for everything that you do, man. You're the best at what you do, dude. And see you later, 5 years. It's Skyhook style, by the way. We're going to hopefully get 25 more. Let's do this thing, and let's see where it goes from there. But I'm sure the best is yet to come. So happy anniversary from myself, Judas Priest, Lemmy on the couch, and all the others, man. We love you.
All right, the 5-year anniversary celebration continues, and no better guest than my dear old dad. Dad, say hello.
Hello there.
Happy to have you back.
Hey, thanks. It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years. Can you believe that? 5 years of this YouTube channel. How many videos do you think we've done over those 5 years?
A lot of content.
A lot of content. Like 5,000 some videos over 5 years. We got to respect the hustle at the end of the day, as one would say. How many would you guess videos we did together over this 5 years?
Oh, boy. I don't know. 15?
I was going to say about 20-something.
20?
That was my guess.
Okay.
I don't know, it could be a little bit more. You never know. And this one will count in the pantheon of that. But, Dad, happy to have you here for the 5-year anniversary.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Wouldn't be the 5-year anniversary with everybody's favorite person, everybody's favorite dad on the channel right here. So, you know, I say it all the time.
I don't know about all that, but
wherever I go, I always get asked, "Where's your dad? Is your dad here? What's your dad? When's your dad going to be in the next video?" I get it all the time, more than anybody else. So you got some fans out there, Dad. I think it's time. I think it's time to hit the circuit out there, the autograph circuit.
It's amazing.
Maybe work the toy show circuit one of these days. We'll see what ends up happening there. But, Dad, you're here today for a couple of special announcements. And that's the theme of this 5-year celebration here. Some announcements that'll forever change this channel forever, some may say. And you got a pretty big announcement. And Angie's going to come here in a second for another announcement. But we got 2 announcements for you you're going to be a part of right here. The first one is a simple one. It's an easy one. Get your thoughts on this. KWK Collectibles out there. KWK, of course, makes many a retro wrestling figure. They did say, hey, for your 5-year anniversary special, we'd like you to announce our latest signee to our KWK retro wrestling figure line. So I said, sure, we'll throw it in there. And that's what we're going to do right now. And, Dad, this guy you're aware of, too. So it fits in good with you being here because this goes back to when you were watching wrestling, I think. But that announcement from KWK, who have they signed? It was a former Intercontinental Champion was the clue I gave. Well, that clue comes to fruition right now is KWK has signed Ken Patera. Oh, Ken Patera. Yes. Any thoughts?
He's still alive to sign?
He's still alive to sign. I actually saw Ken Patera a couple of years ago, actually, up in Waterloo, Iowa, at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. And you've been there. You've seen that place before.
Yeah.
Ken Patera is still alive. So he's signed to KWK. So I'd assume we'd get a retro figure from him in the future. Did you ever see Ken Patera wrestle back in the day?
I did. Now he has an Olympic background.
Yeah.
Yep. But he was in Vern Gagne's troupe.
Yep.
I think that was his first entrance into wrestling.
Yep. That's your area of expertise is the Vern Gagne troupe. And
a
lot of trouble with them Gagnes over there on this channel here. But, you know, it's a family tradition like a young Hank Williams Jr. You were feuding with Vern. I'm feuding with Greg. It's just the way it goes. You Gagnes, you want a piece of us? I know you could take Vern Gagne in this day and age.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, we can't.
Can't we all?
We're gonna fight. I'll take Greg. You can take the corpse of Vergania.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But KWK announcing Ken Patera being signed there. We'll see how that goes here in the future. I have to imagine the end of this year or next year. So
I haven't heard anything about him for quite a while.
Said I haven't heard that name in a long time. Well, that's the lucky day today. So there it is. So that is one announcement. But the bigger announcement personally here for us both here today is, Dad, of course, Dad, you've been around this channel for a long time. You've seen the channel growth. You've seen the work going on this channel for the last 5 years. You know, I've ping-ponged ideas off you as I normally do in the day job in this place as well. And Dad, you helped me out a lot over the years with this little book. You remember this one here?
Sure.
The Complete Guide to the Jakks Classic Superstar Series. Really, this is my legacy right here. Yeah. That's what I say. This is my legacy.
That is a big book.
About 700 pages here of the toy line that brought this channel really back. Because I was out of toys. I was out of action figures for the most part. This is what brought me back into the madness we're in today. Labor of love, if there ever was one. A document of my entire collection. Just a lot of fun right here. A lot of fun right there. So
very nice.
That was a big part of the 5 years here. This was one of my crowning achievements of the last 5 years. And of course, I do have this one that we've shown before as well. This one is coming, my autobiography here. I'm still working on this one. This will come in the future. It's called Gotta Get a Deal. And it makes a lot of sense. You know, I'm always trying to get a deal. Always been trying to get a deal since I was a little kid.
It's kind of like a sales motivational book.
It really is. It's a little of that, collecting.
For those people that want to...
Yeah. For those that really want to deep dive into the world of Kyle Peterson, and maybe more on that later in this video.
You too can be a millionaire overnight.
Exactly right. Something like that. Something pretty close to that, in all honesty. But Dad, the big news here today, though, is as of right now, guess what? Guess what? You're never going to guess. You don't have a clue what I'm going to bring on you right here. But I do have a brand new book.
Oh.
Brand new, up for sale, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, softcover, hardcover. Pick your poison at the end of the day. Now, first things first, a lot shorter of a book than the last one there, but this is the complete guide to the original San Francisco toy makers ECW toy line. So if you're familiar with the Classic Superstars book, it's in the same vein of that. Not quite as thick of a book, but not quite as thick of a toy line either. But it dives into the entire line of the ECW toy makers line, of course, a fabled line from way back in the day that has had a resurgence over the last couple of years, it does seem like. But you'll be able to see all the pictures, once again, from my personal collection here. You get the on-card editions. You'll get the loose figure edition. You'll get a little stories here and there. You'll get to see some unreleased stuff. You'll have all kinds of stuff. And even better, got the foreword by good friend of the channel from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Brian Myers did write the foreword for this book. And Brian's always pretty connected with the ECW world. He's wears that ECW love on his shoulders and his sleeve, just like I do as well. So this book is available now. This is one of the big announcements of this video here. Been working on this for quite some time. Obviously didn't take as much time to put together as this big one right here. But a very, very fun book. Another passion project of mine, and just very cool to have out now. This, like I said, available Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. You can get softcover and hardcover. Pick your poison. I'm a hardcover guy personally. I don't know about you.
I like hardcover.
I think you got the hardcover edition of this one is what you got. So I'm going to get the hardcover, and I will have some. If anybody out there, Dad, if you want an autograph, it's on the house.
Oh,
it's on the house for you. But if you want me to sign one of these books, be it hardcover, softcover, just reach out to me. People know where to get a hold of me. Social media, you guys know all my social media's links in the description down below. But I will sign some of these if somebody does want that. And if you do buy this book via me, I do have, of course, one of these great little bookmarks like we had with the last one here. So very fun to get the bookmark out here again. I'll sign the bookmark, but this will go along with this book here. So a lot of fun, another passion project, another labor of love. Reach out to me if you want one, or hit up the link in the description below. Head to Amazon, head to Barnes & Noble, pick this one up. I will have a digital edition. That was one thing everybody asked, where's the digital, where's the digital? That'll come in the future. So it'll come if you want to wait for that. I don't know why you would. Very, very nice to get a handheld cover book. Something special about that. Something special about that. So quite the fun right here in the books. And who knows what the future may hold. A lot of people saying, Kyle, when are you going to do that Mattel book? I needed to take some time between a huge book like this to go something a little bit smoother. I don't know if I got it in me for the Mattel book, though. I mean, time is money, Dad. You know that better than anybody. And that's a heck of an endeavor. And I don't know if I have enough hours via my day job to put into a project like that. It
would be a lot with that line.
It would be. I might have to pull somebody out to help me out. But Dad, that is the book. I appreciate everybody's support there. Appreciate your support on the book as well. But we're not done, Dad. 5 years here, 5 years on the channel. You've been a big part of it. You've been here on a lot of these unboxings and stuff, and I want to do something special for you for the 5 year. Yes, yes, and I got it right here. I have this. We got a special present for my dad.
You're kidding.
Dad, I got you a gun.
Is it filled with money?
It is full of money, yes. Or it's a gun, or it's a musical instrument. It could be a flute.
Oh.
I know you've always wanted to take up the flute. So it could be in there. But, Dad, I'm going to let you unbox this. There is a few different gifts in here for you that I think you're going to enjoy.
After watching Jethro Tull, I gave up the flute. I said I could never replicate that.
That's true.
I could never do that.
You couldn't get those standing on one leg down, is what I heard. That was the hard part.
I'm working on that right now.
Well, Dad, there's multiple things in here that are going to be a gift for you. So I'm going to say open this up, and then you can show the camera each gift. And these are all for you.
Oh, wow.
This is all for my dad.
This is all for me.
You want to show him the first one?
This is Sid Justice.
Sid Justice, one of your all-time favorites, of course, Sid Justice. I might have accidentally ordered 2 of these, and I said, who could use this in their collection? And I said, my dad likes Sid Justice.
Sid Vicious, Sid Justice.
Yeah, exactly. So you can add that to your collection. That's a good one. It's a good one to have.
Sure.
Now, for your next gift, Dad?
This is a Crossman BB jar.
This is for you. We're cleaning up the neighborhood is what you're doing with this, isn't it? You're taking out rogue raccoons.
I have a lot of wild animals in
foxes,
my backyard. Possum, squirrels, a lot of animals that are set out to just bedevil me.
Yeah, and they're
my dog.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to, on the old OK Corral out there, you're just shooting away, just blasting these raccoons and all these things that are getting into all kinds of stuff. And then last but certainly not least, I know
who might this be? Oh!
I know you're a song and dance man, much like myself.
Now, I didn't even realize this was out. This is Joe Bonamassa.
Joe Bonamassa.
Legendary blues man.
Yes.
The #1 blues man in the world today.
You love Joe Bonamassa. I saw that and I said, I'm going to get this for him. And I thought you'd find it funny.
Well, very nice.
So I don't know what you do with it. You can open it up. You can leave it. But I know you love Joe Bonamassa.
What more could I ask for with this?
Has anybody ever got presents like this before? I think this is the first time.
It's just a grab bag of.
It really is. It's like,
a cornucopia.
Yeah. I said, what did I have around the house for my dad that he might want? But
I imagine I don't get to keep the case.
No, I was just going to say that, though. I'm keeping the case because I don't know if you saw the video on this. I got this for $10 for this case, and it was full of candy and toys and stuff. Normally $50, and I got it for $10. And I said, I am going to put this to use at least once time in my life, and here we go. But it's a nice case for $10. I don't know what I'll need it for. If I'm ever going to do a money transaction or something, I put all that money in there. Who knows? But
looks like something Men in Black would carry.
Exactly, and that's kind of me. I'm like the modern day Johnny Cash in a lot of ways. Is what they compare me to that, of course. Yeah, I knew you had. But Joe Bonamassa, he's kind of like your version of Jeff George for me. I hang out with Jeff, you hang out with Joe Bonamassa. It's a wild time. So thought you'd enjoy that. You can open it.
Thank you. You
bet. Do what you want. I know sometimes you're a min on card guy, sometimes you're a loose guy. You just dabble each side. And I know you're going to open those. You're going to kill something. Put my initials on each one of those.
I'll go through those like water.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I figured. So that's a little special thank you for coming over here. A little something special for you. A few things I wanted to get out of my house. I said, get these out of my house, and I'll give them to my dad. It's his problem now. Maybe. Yeah. But there it is. Don't forget to pick up the book. Hit me up if you want a copy. Dad, I'll get you settled.
You covered most of the wrestling universe with these 2 books.
Oh, not even scratch the surface.
Yeah.
Not even scratch the surface. I got so many more I could do. It's just, there's no time.
You've got all these different little companies that have popped up that...
yeah, there is. There's a lot. I mean, you could... it's crazy how many books could be done. But one day, maybe we'll see what happens if I ever get more time. And what is time? I still don't know. I can't figure it out. I can't figure out how the day goes by so fast. But it does.
It does.
But there it is. That's the ECW book. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or hit me up. We'll get something worked out and stuff, and you can get an autographed one. It always seems weird to me, but it is very humbling. Humbling is the word, right? And Dad, you'll even autograph it if you want to as well. Sure, he'll throw it on there. He's done it before. So there it is. That's the segment right here. Dad, appreciate you coming. Here's to 5 years more. How about?
Great.
If we can make it. If we can make it, we'll see what happens. All right, there it is. Thanks, Dad, for coming.
You bet. Thank you.
Hey guys, Jarvis here from the heavy metal band Night Demon, congratulating Kyle Peterson on 5 years, 5th anniversary of his amazing YouTube channel, showing us all the great toys in the world. For any of those who don't know, the theme song on his channel is done by none other than us, Night Demon. It's the only track that you'll hear There is no vocals, it's an instrumental 30-second track, but it's the only song that we have that's not released on anything else. We've never written any throwaway songs or anything like that. It's exclusive to Kyle's channel. He's been a great friend of ours for a long time, and so we're happy that he's doing this thing and he's still going. We'll have some Night Demon toys on the way eventually, and he will be the first one to showcase those. So congrats, Kyle. Here's to 5 years and more world records.
All right, time to bring it back home with my wife, Angie, here as we finish up the 5-year anniversary special YouTube video. Angie, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And Angie's here to bring it home. Of course, my wife, Angie, is Angie. People have got to know you the last 5 years or so on the channel, and most recently as the question of the week. So appreciate you being here. And Angie's going to finish it off with a little giveaway and a little announcement as we close out the 5-year special. But before we get too deep into this segment here, you just saw a little message from my good friend Jarvis, our friend Jarvis over there, Jarvis Leatherby of Night Demon. Night Demon, one of my absolute favorite bands. They're on about 10 years as a band. I can't believe that at this point here, but I got to give a special shout out to them as they did do the theme song for this YouTube channel. They are a real band. I mean, they're not like a band over here on the side. They just got off the road with King Diamond and Queensryche, all over the country, all over the world, really, at this point. So very cool of Night Demon to step up and out of the niceness of their heart to write a specific song just for this channel. I've had a lot of people over the last year saying, what album is this on? What can you find it? And it's not. They wrote this originally and gave it to me for this YouTube channel. So that is very, very humbling and very nice of them to do that. Very cool. So shout out to Night Demon, of course. But Angie, now that we got that out of the way, we got to talk about a few other things as we got another announcement. Now, the last announcement here is, Angie, what do you think about this? It is our book, or my book, of course, the new book here. It is a complete guide to the original San Francisco Toy Makers ECW. My dad was blown away with this one here. And I don't know, did you ever read through the last book?
I flipped through it.
You flipped through it. So that's good enough. And that's what you probably do with this one as well. But very cool of Brian Myers to write the foreword for this one, of course. Good friend Brian Myers. But I will have this available if somebody wants an autographed copy. And Angie will even autograph it if you want to. But you can reach out to me, of course, on social media as the usual places, as well as the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. So check that out if that is your thing. But we do have, of course, if you reach out to me, I do have a sticker and a bookmark that I can autograph as well. And if you don't want to do that, guess what? You can get it at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Softcover, hardcover edition. One more plug for the book right there. I'm going to have to plug that for a while because guess what, Angie? Nobody else is. Nobody else is going to plug it. I better be the one to plug it right there. But some of you eagle-eyed listeners and stuff might have heard something in that little diatribe I just gave, and they're like, what is this going on? Well, I reached out and I did say the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, and people are probably saying, what's the Kyle Peterson Show, Angie? Well, there's the big announcement. We got the book. The second one is the Kyle Peterson Show is the place we're going to announce the birth of our new child. Yes, Angie is having a baby. Hopefully a boy this time. Oh, no, not true. Not true. Maybe one day, Angie. No, maybe not. Maybe not. But
this might be more work.
This might be more work. But the big announcement here is the Kyle Peterson Show, a brand new weekly video, aka podcast. So we do have a podcast. And when I say we, my wife, Angie, is going to join me as the guest host over there on the podcast. Every single Tuesday, a new episode over there. Angie, you ready for this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes, I'm ready.
You got to be positive. You got to do one foot in front of the other. You got to be positive. But we already have the first episode filmed. It's in the can. It will be dropping. If you're watching this Monday as it drops, Tuesday morning, be ready for the video cast or the audio cast wherever podcasts are found. It is the Kyle Peterson Show with, of course, guest Angie. And we're going to dive into all kinds of stuff. A lot of you guys and you gals out there have said, Kyle, talk about this, talk about that. That's maybe not quite action figure related. We're going to have a lot of that going on over at the Kyle Peterson Show. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans over there. Got to give a special thanks to good friend of the channel, Jeff George. You saw him in this video as well. He put down all the tracks, all the music, and you'll see what I mean when we get to that. There's going to be a lot of segments over there, very segment oriented. We're going to talk action figures. We're going to dive into some of the stuff from the toy news, maybe take a piece every once in a while and do a little deeper dive, a little deeper discussion. We're going to do that in the first episode as well. Angie, you're pretty excited for one of the segments out there. It is where we try new foods.
Taste testing.
Taste testing new foods. Now, I'm a grocery rat for over 30 years, working in a grocery store I don't know, quarter of my life. I don't know how long of my life. Too many years working in a grocery store, transitioning to the
quarters. No, it is quarters.
I don't know. Who knows how long I'll live? I could die tomorrow. But we'll transition. I worked in a grocery store for many years, and then I transitioned to the other side of the fence, working for some major companies, launching a ton of new items for a lot of you guys and gals have enjoyed over the years. So I'll give my opinion on some of these. Obviously, Angie will give hers as well. But I love talking new items. New items is the lifeblood of industries, and we'll have a lot of deep discussion, and we'll have some stories from my time in retail that don't really fit action figures that I think people might enjoy, get a kick out, or maybe learn a thing or two about as well. Mm-hmm. Album of the Week has been a great segment on the toy news since the get-go of the toy news, almost 5 years as well. Moving that to the podcast every single week as the toy news is getting longer and longer and longer. Going to take Album of the Week, move that into the weekly podcast where we'll dive into what I'm listening to, what the Album of the Week. And Angie promises she's going to bring an Album of the Week one of these times as well.
Maybe I can do Song of the Week.
You can maybe do Song of the Week. You can do whatever you want. It's going to be your show as well. So Angie will be there. And I got to tell you, Angie, you're looking pretty good in that first episode. You didn't realize it till later. And I was like, wow, you know what? Just wait to see her on that first episode. Watch out for that. We had to do some careful editing a time or two as well. So how about that? But that video is ready to go tomorrow. So I hope you guys do enjoy. Of course, it is available wherever podcasts are found. And Angie's never been one to really listen to podcasts, but she's going to definitely go in there and she's going to give it a 5-star rating and she's going to give it a nice review. So
I found it.
There you go. She found it. So, of course, I don't know a lot about podcasting yet. It's kind of like my YouTube journey where I just turned record on and went, and that's what we're going to do over there. But I think some people are going to get a kick out of this podcast. I think it'll be pretty fun. It should be interactive. If you want to reach out to either of us, the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com is going to be the place to go. Obviously, the YouTube comments in there, and I don't think there's podcast comments because it's audio on the podcast. But you can listen to the podcast or you can watch it. You got to choose your own adventure right there. But we'll have some in-studio guests from time to time. I'm not sure if we want to do Zoom guests or not. I don't know. Something about being in the room with somebody is a lot funner than talking to somebody through the computer. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know about you. Do you have some people you want to Zoom in as a guest? No, she has nobody. I don't want to talk to anybody. No.
I mean, maybe if it really kicks off, we can get some people on here.
I'm sure we can get some people. I just don't know if, I don't know. If something about the live and being there person to person, but we'll see. We'll have some people over. Going to try to get my dear old dad over there. We'll see if we can get him on an episode too, and some other surprise guests along the way. It's going to be a fun adventure. There's no doubt about it. We should have an episode every single Tuesday, and that's where it's going to go. Every single Tuesday. Here. And we're not, so keep it a surprise, but we got a whole new set.
I designed a little set.
Angie designed a new set and a new studio, so it's going to truly feel different. Dare I say it might feel magical, Angie?
It's a late night show vibes.
It is. And it's just, I'm a song and dance man at the end of the day, and Angie's just a burlesque dancer at the end of the day. So we're ready to go. We're ready to take it on, and every single Tuesday, once again, will be, of course, the podcast, the Kyle Peterson Show. And that's the announcement. So we had that. We had the big, of course, original San Francisco Toy Makers ECW book announcement. That's two pretty big ones right there.
Got a lot going on.
We had Night Demon in here. We had Jeff George in here. Angie joined us for this. Just a lot of fun to celebrate 5 years. But we can't leave it at that. We got to do a big giveaway. In touch with our good friends at jaystoysandgames.com. Once again, check them out. Save 15% on all in-stock items. That is a heck of a deal if you really do the math on that. A lot of savings over there. Tell them Kyle sent you. A lot of fun stuff. And they have partnered with us to do a giveaway via Instagram. And that giveaway, of course, Angie, right here, I'll give this to you. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to whip out my skeleton, whip out my bones, Angie. You've seen it a time or two. But there it is. That is the Graveyard Skeletons. 4 skeletons, a pricey pack, a cool pack. We're giving it away in this video. I appreciate everybody that followed Jay's, followed me, tagged 3 people in the Instagram comments as well. And we do have the winner, and I did write it down right here. It is going out to Ball Buster Video. Is somebody busting my balls right here? You've been known to a time or two. But Ball Buster Video, congratulations. You have won the Jay's Toys and Games 5-year anniversary giveaway of this skeleton. I will reach out to you. I will get this in the mail to you ASAP. I appreciate everybody that followed and everybody that subscribed to the social medias out there. Everybody that will subscribe to the podcast, check it out. Give Angie and I your feedback and stuff. Should be a fun adventure there every single Tuesday, once again, wherever podcasts are found and here on YouTube, and a lot more. This is 5 years, 5 years done. How about 5 years more? We'll see if we can make it another 5 years. We'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. Can we get to 100,000 subscribers, Angie?
Yes.
That's the day you retire. That's where you call it quits on the career. But we'll see. I don't know. It might take longer than 5 years, but we'll see what ends up happening. But I appreciate each and every person that takes time out of their day to watch all 4 videos, one of the videos, watch Angie on the podcast, whatever they do.
Many.
We appreciate everybody watching and staying tuned. And whether you've been here all 5 years or you just got on board lately, do appreciate everybody that takes time out of their day to spend it with me in a lot of ways. And as I always say, this is a conversation between you and me watching in the camera. That's what I want out of this. This is more of a good friend talking and cracking stupid jokes is what it is. And Angie's here for it. She gets to hear it all day long. So there it is. So that's it. That's the 5-year anniversary special, Angie. Did it meet your expectations?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Sure. But I hope Ballbuster Video enjoys the giveaway. Hopefully you guys check out the book. Reach out to both of us at the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. Don't forget Patreon. Once again, the lifeblood of this channel. Appreciate all the Patreon members. Over 300 Patreon members now. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Absolutely very much appreciated over there as well. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and of course on TikTok as well. Some of my sick dance moves over there. The book available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble as well. And ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. We need to get some new shirts on there. Maybe I'll have Angie design some new shirts. We'll see what happens. We'll take your shirt ideas over there. So there it is, Angie. The 5-year anniversary. It is done. Anything else?
No.
Nothing else. She said,
I didn't know if you were leading into me speaking or not.
She said, I'll see you tomorrow on the podcast.
That's true.
There you go.
No.
So for my wife, Angie, our special guest, and all of you, this is the 5-year anniversary special. Until next time, we'll see you guys all real soon.
Kyle Peterson, who is known in some circles as the Larry Bird of sports entertainment figurine collecting. Well, this is John Cena, a.k.a. John Cena, who is known in some circles as the John Stockton of fashion. The shorts get shorter all the time.
Hi, Kyle. Governor Jesse Ventura here, or in the days of wrestling, Jesse the Body Ventura. Thanks for doing this. And you are going to face tremendous public scrutiny. In other words, the media is going to jump down your throat. They're going to investigate you. They're going to want to know everything about you at whatever level, even at the local level. It'll be the local media, but you will face the media. So you have to go into it with your eyes open on that. You will face media scrutiny. You will face also your opponent. So the best thing that I found out, honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Always remember, if you tell the truth, you don't have to have a good memory. And in the world of politics, having a good memory is important. So better just simply tell the truth about anything. Anything can be handled if you approach it with the truth.
Welcome back to the channel. Emma here. And Al, and we're taking over the channel.
It looks good. Well, enjoy your certificate, Kyle.
Well, thanks. Hey, before you go,
Yeah.
Anybody ever tell you look identical to Midwest wrestling legend Gage Octane?
No, that's not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he doesn't have a beard and glasses, you know, like I do.
Are you positive?
I'm not Gage Octane, man. I mean, are you AJ Styles, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, just because you kind of look like him? I mean, but since we're on the subject, you know, did you know that Gage Octane was trained by both Harley Race and Dory Funk Jr.?
Oh, my.
Yeah, that's right. He's got wins over Matt Seidel and Jerry Lynn. Yeah, yeah.
I think I was at those matches.
You might have been. Yeah, you might have been. Now, he has a world record as well.
Oh, really?
That's
Guinness
right.
Book of World Records?
Guinness Book of World Records. It's the most wins over Perry Saturn in Pleasantville, Iowa.
Perry Saturn, Pleasantville, Iowa.
Yeah, that's one.
One. Oh, one.
One win.
Holy cow. So you're positive, though? You're not Midwest wrestling legend Gage Octane?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Enjoy your certificate.
Hey, Gage.
Yeah? Ah! You got me. Wah, wah, wah.
You ever wonder if they're watching your every move? Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it.
We've been prepping you for this your entire life.
Perfect. Merry Christmas. See you next year.
pictures.
I will.
Dad, you should also wish for...
Mountain biking? What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip? Have you called a plumber to your home lately? How superstitious are you? How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy? Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the power of a curse? Have you had your hearing tested lately? Planning a trip soon? Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen? Do you love to go a-wandering beneath a clear blue sky? Have you noticed what big stars real estate agents have become? Are you careful with your personal records? Does your computer ever seem to have a mind of its own? Have you ever visited a Chinatown section in a major city? Have you ever visited a flea market? Have you ever visited a truck stop? Did you ever have a job as a waiter? Have you noticed? Not this time. Not this time. You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
Of course, you gotta have the patented McFarlane. Oh no! Oh no!
And Kyle, fuck you.
Today, we're here at your party, where we've secretly replaced your birthday cake with Donny Osmond.
Happy birthday, Kyle. This one's for you.
Kyle, it's your birthday. Time to celebrate and sing about who? You. Come on, Kyle. It's your birthday. Time to sing and shout. Come on, it's what you gotta do.
You're so creepy.
I'm Kyle. This is Action Figure Madness.
There we go. I totally lost it. Hey, hole in one. I didn't even see it come off the club. I didn't either. Jeez.
It went way out there.
I think there's a ball right there, though.
Yeah. We'll find it.
Over 200 highly skilled individuals.
How excited are you for this movie? Me too.
Shazam! 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 Shazam!
Look at this little fashionista walking by me. Who is this girl? She's got cowboy boots on, glasses, a purse, a coat. This girl's straight out of the modeling agency. Look at these guys sitting outside, and Ace just sitting in a chair. He's just sitting in a chair, Lemmy on the steps, Domino right there. Uh-oh. Now they're mad. They don't like to be filmed. Don't you film me. Look at those troublemakers.
This didn't happen. No.
For pizza out, it's pizza in. Yeah.
Message from Rob Halford of Judas Priest. Step on the red, cross on the green, never take a ride in a stranger's machine, and always make sure you're burning on turbo.
What is it, El?
For all A+.
All A+. What a time to be alive. I never sniffed an A. It wasn't Ultimo Dragon. It was me all along.
Luchasaurus! My boy!
Not a wrestler, I'm a Big Brother star.
Yes, he's my boy! Luchasaurus!
Hello, Kyle Peterson. How are you? This is Emmanuel Lewis. You also know me from the TV show Webster.
If they later have health problems.
It's very important that you enroll within the specified time frame, 6 months before, 6 months after. If you don't, then you pay penalties for late enrollment into Medicare, and that penalty will stay with you in your Medicare premium the rest of your life.
Thankfully, as more and more seniors are becoming...
Honey, I've got the time, and we'll go honky-tonkin', and we'll have
Ooh, feeling so good tonight. Who cares about tomorrow?
You just get
living that pantry life.
Yeah, going.
No laughing. All right, we got the. Who's that guy?
Kyle.
I'm a rock star for a reason, Kyle.
I know.
Jeffrey, I got you something special.
Oh,
I got you the stuff.
Oh my God.
I got you the stuff.
I used to fight girls on the playground to get these.
You're gonna fight my daughter
and
for
lose
those.
them all the time.
Gushing all day long.
I never met a girl I never wanted to fight and lost to all of them.
Love you. Whoa, what is that?
And from the planet of the mimes, the Copper Kid.
You gotta have one piece. One piece. No, brother, thank
Late night lobster.
You sure?
That's a game of Papa takes the food to town. Mama promised me that I could go.
Hi, this is my song to you, Kyle Peterson. I'm your biggest fan.
Here we go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Put your ass down. Go to sleep. Give us all a break.
The days go by faster and faster. The calendar turns another year past you. It's a special day for you to shine. Friends all around with cheers and wishes. Candles on a cake that's just delicious. It's all for you today, 'cause it's birthday time. That's right, Kyle. This one's for you. 'Cause it's birthday time. What a day for celebrate. There'll be songs and gifts and some happy congregations.
All right.
He's Jeff, I'm Kyle, and welcome to Weekly Purchases.
Hi, I'm attorney at law Zach Wild, and I'm here to fight for you.
Today, we will be coming back for one more match. So I am wrestling one more match, and it will be for AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
AJ, Big Justice, I heard the good news. You're coming out of retirement. Good for you. You're not the only one, though, that's coming out of retirement, as I got somebody. He's 6'8", and as they say, you can't teach that. My dad, and we're challenging you at AEW Collision, October 26th, to a chicken bake on a pole match. We're going to bring the doom to you.
What's going on up here?
Oh, no!
Never in my life have I ever dropped a casserole in the oven.
I'm solid gold. I've got the goods. They stand when I walk through the neighborhoods.
Then we get to the couch, and Todd and Mark aren't here today, but we got a special guest on the couch.
I've been homeless for about 4 days, so I've been couch surfing, and this is my 4th couch. Todd and Mark were here. I don't know if it was my outstanding persona or the fact I haven't taken a shower in 4 days, but they got up and left. So, seemed like nice guys, but it was very brief, very brief. Anyway, back to the book. I think I'm on chapter 6.
We'll go beyond that.
Yeah, sure.
Ready whenever.
Today on the channel, we're unboxing Super 7 Ultimate Always Ready Matt Cardona. Hey, wait. That's me. Hope Kyle gives it 10 stars.
Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live.
Dumb.
Stupid.
crazy.
Brian Myers.
The Grail.
$9.50. $3.95 on Piper.
I would love that if it wasn't
yellowed.
So yellowed.
Yeah.
You might be in the audience. You're not presuming. You're an imposter. Yeah. You ready? Say yes. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kyle Peterson's is the best, where they're so close to each other. Shout out to Mrs. Peterson as well for the greatest YouTube video ever, showing how to put the detail together. It's
great.
Yes. Yeah.
What in the heck is going on? Oh my gosh. Hey. Uh-oh, we got a groundhog. We got him trapped. Hey. Holy cow. We got a groundhog. We got him trapped. This is the guy that's been digging the holes in my yard. Lemmy, Domino. Hey. Whoa, we got a standoff. Look at Lemmy. Look at Ace coming from behind. There he goes. Let him go. Hey. Look at this guy. He's working as a team. Lemmy. This is wild. This is nature here. All right, dogs. Let's go. Let's get this guy out of here. I would like to trap him. Hey, come here, Lemmy. I think this thing's got rabies. Is this a hedgehog? What is this? Hey! Lemmy! You don't need rabies. Come on. Whoa! It's getting wild. Domino, come on. Hey! Control these. Come on. Let's go inside. Go. We got rats in the grass. They're going to burrow a hole. They're going to disappear and you're never going to see them again now. Elle and her rat family. They love the outside. Who knows? First time for everything. We're going to let the dogs out and see what happens. What a wild adventure with some rats.
Oh boy. Oh my. Dance across the sand, dance across our heart.
Okay. Man, let me get those. Sweet. Let me get those.
I came prepared.
I'll stay there all day.
Emma, let's bury him.
I always wanted to pet a groundhog, but now I'm this way.
Hard times.
I never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?